The morning after the webinar on action, I have so many realizations just watching some feedbacks of where I was at years ago in my childhood. And I remember at the age, I think it was about 31, where I was in a hospital in Penang. And I was told at that stage by a doctor that I may not be able to walk again. I definitely won't be able to do sports. I was really into sports, then, and still am. But I remember being told that I could not travel, I could not leave because it was too dangerous, and then making a phone call where the reaction on the other end was not so positive, or should I say caring, it seemed like at the time. But I needed that. That was the mirror. That call was the mirror of what was inside my own system. And the realization which came in, and that realization that came in within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, was devastating. It was like the death of me and the rebirth of me to get back my life, take back my life. It was the realization of I was living my entire life up to that point to serve others, to serve their mindsets, not them, their mindsets, to realize that I was living under the conditioning, programming, prison of other people's belief systems, fears, anxieties. And when I set that free from my system, I was so liberated. For the first time in my life, I felt self. I felt all this conditioning just dissolving out of my system, and I got so much life force back and independence. So from that moment on, I started to discover more and more programming in my system, which brought realizations of self. Yesterday's webinar was very, very potent, because after the age of 30, I started to realize and make decisions. I always had this curiosity in my system. I always had these huge visions in my system, and the field around me could not support them. And that's no judgment on the field and the people around me, but the field around my potency, my visions, were not serving. And I allowed that field within me become me, but it wasn't me. It was programming, it was conditioning. So the system around me could not support my potential because I was still captured to that potential. So at that moment in my life, I left the country, I left the system. Well, years before that, I left the system and immersed myself in new systems, that way I was free of this captivity of different mindsets from my ancestral lines and from the collective field. To realize that even the new field I went into, I start getting captured into that. And then I realized, whoa, this is not me, this is the field. So true realizations of, I have these potent visions of creation, thriving for the higher purpose, of success, of finances, of health, of relationships on every level, which is possible. Not only possible, which is beautiful, which is vibrant, which is supportive, which is real. In last night's webinar, it has the frequencies of action, transformation, and manifestation in one moment. It has all the codes for unlocking this part of the system, which was hanging on to other people's belief systems, was holding oneself back because of the field or the people around them could not support that belief system or hold the space for this transformation of this birthing of this new child. Because every time we create a new system, it's a birthing process. So if the midwife cannot support the birthing process, the system can collapse. So it was all the aspects around the system or within the system, which was programmed from around the system, from the ancestral system, from the collective system, that actually forgot that we are creation, that forgot that we deserve it, that we allow it, not even deserve it, that we allow it, and that creation is juicy, creation is life force, creation is fun, creation is healthy, creation is the highest purpose. Thriving is the higher purpose. Powerful is the higher purpose. Self-love, self-appreciation is the higher purpose. Pure expansion is the higher purpose. There is no limitations is the higher purpose. So all the conditioning from the collective field, from the schooling program, from the banking program, from the political program, from your religious programming was being smashed last night. Okay, so if you felt sleepy, it's blowing, this is great, it's blowing your mindsets and your conditioning apart. Because the ones who could not step forward into their potency felt bad, felt resentful when they didn't see others achieving it. I remember in Ireland when I was growing up, I always had this positive outlook on life and creating and everything's possible, and I was celebrating other people's success. I remember one neighbor said, no, Damien, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't talk about your success because people get jealous and envious. It's not good. That did not work in my system. I was celebrating utter success and speaking even about my own success, not to judge, not to put down, to acknowledge that we all can do it, that we all are a celebration, that we can inspire each other, that we can grow together, that we can strive. And there are some people who can strive faster or climb that mountain, and you realize I can climb that too. He did it or she did it. These are the frequencies which came in last night. Pure creation with no agenda, no manipulation, no guilt for achieving, no shame for achieving. Celebrating and acknowledging your own greatness, your own success, and your own life force. Humble, and with the knowing that by you living in this frequency, you are transmitting that frequency to all around you on the collective field. So it is God's creation. It is the divine order. And as we celebrate more and accept more in our system and grow and grow and grow, that can be in the material world too, when it's aligned with creation and manifestation, you can share and share and share. You can celebrate with you can celebrate your family, your loved ones, with all around you. So manifestation in alignment is the highest potential. You can create heaven on earth in the physical world, manifest for the highest potential to create heaven on earth. So the funding is the highest potential when aligned with creation. This frequency of creation, of action, of transformation, but not only the action, within the action is the celebration of the success. This is what I noticed working with incredible, potent people in the world who are achieving incredible, unlimited potency and potential, is that within their decision they already have the keys of results. So this is what I was delivering or holding space from, bringing. These are frequencies which do not have jealousy, envy, victimhood, resentment, frequencies of celebration for you, for self, and for the people around you who inspire you. You're celebrating creation. And this frequency of celebration, unconditional celebration of expansion, drives us, loves us, flows, pure life force, pure abundance. We're here in this physical body to thrive, to grow, to manifest heaven on earth. So I'd like to honor and celebrate that this creation field to create to your highest potency, your highest potential, to blow apart your mindsets, to blow apart everyone's mindsets. Even if you're the only person on this planet who believes in this, do it, act, live it, be it, celebrate it. These are the frequencies and the codes which were being unlocked in the system of the action webinar. So I invite you to celebrate it, embrace it, feel it, live it, and work through these layers of ancestral resentment for not making that decision, for not doing it, for not living that dream. Some people died, many people died with the regret of not taking that decision, not making that decision. What if I did that? And then blaming the ones around because I didn't do it, because of them. I invite you not to be one of them. I invite you to break through. I invite you to inspire. I invite you to be an inspirational leader and take that challenge. Be that one. Be the only one around you, if it has to be, to create something brand new, liberating, passionate, loving it, feeling it, celebrating it. Unconditional celebration of being, of thriving. This is not ego. This is pure creation manifestation. This is the purest frequencies of creation. It's magical. It's unconditional. It's thriving in the most humble, creative, innocent, connected, childlike, mature way. Pure abundance. So I invite you to be part of this. If this resonates with you, or if it doesn't resonate with you, maybe break through that illusion. Take the plunge. Dive. I remember years ago, I had very strong fear of heights. And I was in Spain, I was in a water park, and there was a very, very high free fall slide. And there was two younger friends that I was staying with, Spanish friends, and they wanted to go on the slide. And I was shaking, just looking at the slide, looking up, I was shaking, and they wanted to do it, and they were doing it. And you had to wait and go up this ladder, the stairs to go all the way up the slide. So I says, okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. They're younger than me. If they can do it, I can do it. So I remember going up the steps, and the first 3 steps even, I started to shake, and my system was collapsing. I says, no, Damien, you're going to do this. You're going to do this. Just connect with the 2 kids beside you, 2 friends beside you. They'll do it. Stay in their frequency, stay in their frequency. And they kept going up, and they were happy, and they were celebrating, and they were nervous, and they were joyful. I was absolutely crushed. And I remember, and there was a big queue, and we had to wait and wait. I must have taken, it felt like hours, maybe it was 15 minutes to get up to the top. And I remember they went ahead and I was the last one left, and they were down and they were running off and celebrating what they had done. And I was frozen. I was literally on my body at that stage. And I remember into the chute, and the man put me like this and he pushed me over. And I remember that moment of saying, I let go, I surrender. And I went down that chute and it was free fall. And my heart was literally jumped down in my chest. And I got off that, and it took me a few moments to get back into my body. Maybe it took me the day to get back into my body. And part of me wanted to do it again. Part of me was celebrating. It was exhilarating. And I achieved it. And that experience, and I loved it. And I felt alive. I felt vibrant. And that the mindsets of me going up that stairs was still active around me. And I was like, no, I did it. That was fun. I enjoyed it. And still the mindsets were around my system. I was like, let's do it again. Let's do it again. So something in me became alive that day, exhilarated. And I realized the conditioning of I cannot do it. I did it. And it was fun. So from that moment, I used that water slide experience of my life so many times, not in a reckless way, in a really clear, connected way of connected to my being. And these are the moments I changed my life, the greatest moments of transformation. So I always remember this water slide serving me so many times in my life. When my system was freaking out, don't do it, don't do it, don't take that plunge, don't make that decision. But something in my gut, something in my core said, do it. This is the one, Damien, this is the one. And yet my whole system was freaking out, trying to jump back, trying to make excuses, listening to others. If you have a dream, if you have a vision, you are that frequency. That is the potential that's in the system. I help others achieve their dreams. There's people I've worked with where we created a 5-year plan and they achieved it in 2 months. If you have that vision, you have that frequency in you. Otherwise, you would not have that vision. You are that frequency already. The only part of you that's not that frequency is the programming. So if you have a dream, you have a passion, a dream, this is what is in your potency. This is you. This is a version of you without the conditioning. Yes, it's a challenge to break through the conditioning. Yes, you'll have parts of you trying to pull you back. But if you can stay aligned with that truth of that vision and love that vision, your compass will guide you and the field will come to you to open those doors up, because that's going to unlock the doors that are in the way of that vision. So I invite you to visualize, feel what makes you excited, what makes you scared, and align with that vibration and accept it, embrace it. You don't have to know how to get there. You don't need to know the steps. Let the field do that. Stay true to your vision. That is your true vibration. That is you without the programming of the ancestors, the programming of your life, the programming of the conditioning we've taken on, we've inherited. Live your dreams. Be your dreams, because your dreams are you. This is the purest frequency of you. Dream, enjoy, embrace, accept, and embrace. I believe in you. And yes, we have conditioning. Connect to that juice inside you, that passion inside you, that fear inside you, the exhilaration, and take that jump through your conditioning into life. It turns your life into full color, vibration, heaven. Have a beautiful, beautiful visualization, feeling, and passion. And I invite you to take that, accept that part of you. This is you. Enjoy.